The helmet camera comes in handy when you want to capture your dirt bike adventures. The market has long been dominated by GoPro, whose story began in 2002 with a motorsport enthusiast named Nick Woodman. He strapped a 35mm camera to his arm using plastic tape and pieces of the wetsuit. The camera was intended to capture himself and his friends surfing. Since then, GoPro has supplied millions of products to primarily sports enthusiasts. Sony is another market dominator in this field, with an impressive line of action cameras. Other brands are available as well. So without any further ado, let's explore the top 5 action cameras for dirt bikes. I'll leave the links to these action cameras, you can check them for the latest prices and more information. Starting our list with GoPro Hero 7. The GoPro Hero 7 promises gimbal-like video without a gimbal thanks to the hyper-smooth stabilization. It predicts a user's movements and rectifies for camera shake to provide smooth footage. Under Super Photo, the camera intelligently applies HDR, noise reduction, or local tone mapping to optimize shots. It shoots stunning 12 megapixels photos and 4K 60 videos. You can further slow footage down by up to 8K when you want to relive exciting moments. With the GoPro Hero 7, you can capture ultra-stabilized time-lapse footage while you move about positions. The camera is rugged and will let you capture film that you cannot achieve with your phone. It is waterproof without housing of 10 meters, which means that it will be up for any adventure. You will be able to stay in the moment as you can control it with voice commands like GoPro, start recording. You can also share your adventures as you live them with video streaming to Facebook Live. Videos and photos can be captured in portrait orientation to share in Instagram and Snapchat stories. The camera relies on an intuitive touchscreen with streamlined capture modes to make it easy for users to use. GoPro has made it easy to take images and videos with the Hero 7. At number 2, it's Olympus TG Tracker. The TUF series from Olympus features rugged point and shoots. The design of the Olympus TG Tracker is similar to a miniature camcorder, even sporting a flip-out screen. The camera's features are quite high-tech thanks to a range of sensors like an accelerometer, compass, and GPS. The camera has been fitted with a super bright f2.0 high-speed lens that captures fast action with insane clarity. The lens is also keen on noise reduction, even underwater or in low light. An LED headlight will offer convenience in dark conditions and will even act as a flashlight. The camera sports an electronic 5-axis image stabilization which compensates for movements to minimize jarring and vibration. Your videos will look sharp as a result. The camera's optics film Ultra HD 4K 30p footage with fantastic resolution. A 204 degrees extreme angle lens is perfect for capturing surroundings with a super wide perspective. You can rely on high-speed HD modes to shoot slow motion or 4K time-lapse. There is a powerful lithium-ion battery to give you extended recording times. The Tracker TG Tracker is not only small and lightweight, but it is also built tough to be taken anywhere. It is waterproof to depths of 30 meters, 100 feet, without protective housing. It is additionally crush-proof to 220 lbf and shockproof from 2.1 meters, 7 feet. There are 5 action track sensors to give context to your videos, including a barometric pressure sensor, GPS, e-compass, temperature sensor, and an accelerometer. The camera also includes inbuilt Wi-Fi connectivity to make sharing easier. At number 3, it's Kodak Pix Pro SP1. The Kodak Pix Pro SP1 has a boxy yellow design. The rugged body is necessary to survive submersion in water for depths of 32 feet 10 meters. It is shockproof to 6.5 feet 2 meters, dustproof, and freezeproof to 14F-10C. The camera achieves all this without needing a protective cover to its 3.3 by 2 by 1.6 inch casing. It has relatively small mounts which serve to make everything compact. When it comes to usability, it has a 1.5-inch color screen for displaying settings and previewing shots. It is non-touchscreen, but you will get through the menus just fine. A user can get the Pixper SP1 app to connect to the camera via Wi-Fi hotspot. The SP1 features an upgraded CMOS sensor which has 14 million image pixels to provide more clarity and quality than a traditional CCD sensor. To capture your adventures, you can get full resolution photos in 10 frames per second or 1080p Full HD videos. You can also film videos in 120 frames per second for those fresh time-lapse videos in slow motion. Electronic image stabilization is responsible for accommodating any camera movements to minimize blurry videos and images. The camera has a retrievable 1250 meters AH, which promises 2 hours and 10 minutes of 350 shots or 1080p 30 frames per second, which is sufficient for a regular outing. It also accommodates microSD cards of up to 32 GB storage. The SP1 is an overall good selection for sports enthusiasts. At number 4, it's Sony HDR-AZ1 VR. The package of the Sony HDR-AZ1 VR features the camera, wireless remote at the bottom, and waterproof housing. The camera is quite small without including the protective housing. The battery sits on the camera's right side. The left side has a tiny LCD screen and 2 buttons. You will be able to shoot full HD film, and Sony has also included its own electronic image stabilization. It outputs footage at 720p 120 frames per second videos for slow-mo. While the HDR AZ1 VR can be used without the protective casing, it will not survive for depths of more than 5 meters underwater. The housing has small microphone holes which boost audio quality. The wireless remote is a vital accessory as you will be empowered to adjust the settings physically. The screen on the camera is quite small, so you will rely more on the remote which you can strap on your wrists. You just need several button presses to link the remote and the camera. The remote can activate live preview on the screen, and the delay between the preview and events is typically less than a second. The quality is also crisp and detailed. The small design of the Sony HDR AZ1 VR is what really stands out when using it. You can easily equip your helmet with it and get to writing. At number 5, it's Wi-i 4K action camera. The Wi-i 4K prides in being the first 4K 60 frames per second action camera without consuming a lot of power. Its electronic image stabilization enables users to film steady and smooth 4K 30fps video without the need for post-production editing or pricey stabilizers. You can be sure to record fast-moving adventures in crisp quality. It is fitted with a Sony IMX3777 image sensor which gives stunning videos as well as superb still images. In terms of ease of use, the Wi-i 4K has a super responsive 2.2 inches Gorilla Glass Retina screen which is touchscreen enabled. It displays all the actions clearly and in detail. It is easy to adjust settings, playback footage, and switch between modes. Among the camera's features are raw image capture, voice control, and an accompanying app. The camera also shines in battery life. Its 1400 mAh battery is large enough to provide 2 hours and 35 minutes of 1080p at 30 frames per second. Wi-i released a 4K action camera in direct competition with the GoPro Hero 5 Black. Besides being half the price of its rival, the Wi-i 4K offers most of the specs of the GoPro Hero 5 Black, although the latter still emerges as the better in terms of video and image quality. With that, we come to the end of our review. High-packed action requires specific specifications to capture the incredible footage. Action cameras are mostly rugged to fit the rough terrains for dirt biking and other extreme sports. GoPro remains a primary contender in this market, although there are other competent and cheaper alternatives from brands like Olympus, Wi-i, Sony, and Kodak.